Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to another episode of DIY Caggiano. I'm not at work on the job today. Officially, I have the day off, so I'm at home. And I thought I would do some work on the gardens here on the property that I rent from Justin, who's my friend, landlord, colleague. So I want to make some improvements. He and I both agree that the rocks around these flower beds, you can see up there, there's rocks that border that flower bed. They make it difficult to cut the grass. They're not really necessary. He and I both want to see a nice clean edge going from the lawn to the mulch bed where the flowers are. So that's what I'm going to do today, and I'm going to videotape it for you so you can watch. Okay, we're back. You can see behind me, I've taken out all of the specimens that were in there. It was just hosta, but they're all out. And there was this wooden planter I'm going to show you right now. And I cut an edge and I moved that tree, that weeping cherry, I moved it out a little bit. So let's take a closer look. And I'm going to show you how to split hosta properly. All right, so this is our garden bed here. I'm gonna go up on this hill and walk you down. You always want to keep examining your perspective as if you were walking the way you would walk. So Justin comes this way to his truck. So I'm gonna look at this as he would come down here. He's gonna come right down these steps. So I come here and I stop. And I say, how does this look? And I like that. It's a good edge. I have to see that nub right there sticking out. We're going to smooth that out. I'm going to smooth that out and make it, even with the rest of the edge. Okay. So go down a little bit further. You're going to want to get another perspective because he comes here, right? And this looks good. The tree is nice. I moved it from there to there. Okay. It was a little too close to this edge. Now, don't forget, so comes home in his truck, okay? And he parks right here behind me. So when he gets out of his truck, he's right here. Camera around, and this is I'm being Justin coming into the house now, right? Now he comes right here. So I want to look, how does it look from this perspective? And all we're looking at is the form of the bed right now. And then we're going to do some hosta splitting and some placement, okay? All right, these are beautiful. They're variegated hosta, which means green and white. It's my favorite. I just love the white on the hosta. It's one of my favorites. I also love elephant ear hosta, which has a very large leaf. It's a big, big hosta. So as you can see, this one is now 2, and that one is now 2. Both of those were the same size as these. And I'm also going to split. I'm going to start with this one, and then I'm going to do some placement, okay? So let's start with that one. Now, all you need to split a hosta is a spade shovel, okay? And this one, just so you know, could be cut into 2, 3, 4 if you want, maybe even 5. Don't worry about hurting a hosta. You will never hurt a hosta. It's the kryptonite plant. I'm going to cut this thing in half. I'm going to stick it in the ground. It's going to live the rest of the season. It's going to go dormant in the winter. And when next spring and summer come, it's going to be twice. It's going to be 2 of those. It's going to grow exactly the same size as it was when I cut it. You could split them and split them and split them and split them and split them forever. So here's all you have to do. You've got your hosta. You just find basically the center of the hosta. Okay, and you put the shovel right there. Okay, let's do this. And just press it in. I'm gonna go this way. Okay, just press it in. And then chop. And you should have 2 halves. There you go. There's your 2 hosta. So this one's a little bit smaller than this one, but that's okay. I can take a couple leaves off of here and make them about the same. And that's it. That's how simple splitting a hosta is. I'm gonna do some placement and then I'm gonna show you how to do that. Okay, so I split the hostas, I did some placement. I'm gonna walk you through that now. First rule of thumb, never plant anything in even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Never plant 2 of something, 4 of something. It's always odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, okay? So here's our placement. Let's do our perspectives, all right? I'm gonna come back up here. This is where Justin and Shannon will round the corner. All right, here they go. So they rounded the corner. Slow down a little bit. We got to see this. That looks pretty good. I like that. All right, let's step to the side. Is it a nice line? It's a nice line. That could be straightened out. We're going to straighten that out a little bit. They're not in the ground yet. I just placed them. They're staged to go in the ground, okay? So we come around here. Still looking good. You want it to be good from every angle. Still good. Still pretty good. Oh, I like that angle. That's really nice. That's really nice. This is where he comes in again, okay? So he's not going to see it till he gets past my car, so we can stop right about there, right? Unless my car isn't there, in which case we should look at it from me over here. Yep. Let's take a look. Looks pretty good. I'm very pleased. Now, I've been doing this a lot of years, over 30 years, okay? This is the key to perfect planting. Measure between every plant. And let's do this. When you measure a plant, where it's gonna go in the ground, you find where you want the first one to go, right? We want the first one to go right here. And you measure from the center of that plant to the center of the next plant. That's nice. We got 30 inches even. It's nice when you get a nice even number to measure with. So the next one needs to be 30 inches. Center to center. That's 30 inches right there. Huh. All right, let's do this. Because I like that plant there. Let's move this one down a little bit. Okay. You know, I don't want to change my line that much. I like where I placed them. 42. That's 42. Okay. This one's going to move a lot. That's 42. Okay. All right, now these are going to be a little bit different. Because they're not that far apart. We're at 42 right there, but that looks like a lot of space. Let's see. That's 42. I think we're going to have to change the measurement when we get down here around this tree. This 42 seems like it's going to crowd up at the end over there. 42. Let's see how that affected our line. You know what, with the shape of this bed, I think we're gonna have to go a little bit random when we get down by the tree, just to make it look right. So I'm gonna do some installation, and we'll be right back with some more. Okay, so I dug some holes and I put the hosta in. Basically where we had them placed, I had to move them a little bit because it's an uneven line. So they had to be placed basically by eye. But they look very appealing to the eye. There you go. You go down 1, 2, 3 on the fourth hosta, it starts to make the turn, and I'll show you why. When you get to here, you see that line. Okay, so it follows the turn, comes around, and then this angle when you come in. Okay, I want to talk to you about this ground cover. Okay, ground cover is cool. First things first, ground cover does not prevent weeds. It gives weeds a place to hide. The weeds will go right through your ground cover. Okay, so when you're planting ground cover, don't do it with the intention of blocking weeds, because it's not going to happen. Okay, also too much ground cover is not good. I'm going to remove, see this corner right here? That ground cover balances us out in that corner. But I'm gonna take this ground cover out and I'm gonna leave that little piece like right in the center there. Okay, so it's gonna balance, balance, remove. Never do a landscaping job without a blower. If you don't have a backpack leaf blower, get one. Look at this catastrophic mess. Look at all this. Look at all this. Okay? I'm now going to clean this all up in just a few minutes. Actually, you know what? This is probably going to get dirt all over my phone, and I don't care. You need to see it. So I just blew the leaves into the street so that I can sweep them up and easily collect them. That's why I stepped back. Now I'm going to blow the dirt into the flower bed. That's a little different, huh? Let's take another look at that. Huh. You like apples? How about them apples? So we're pretty well cleaned up here and ready to lay some mulch. The last thing I'm going to do is show you how to carve an edge using a weed whacker. So just look at what we got to work with. As we go along here, it's a nice deep edge that I've cut with a shovel and my hands digging it out, okay? It's a nice line. But you see all the grass like poking over the edge? I'm gonna sharpen that up and make it look like a golf course. I'm sure you golfers out there have heard of the Augusta National, you know? That's what I call this edge. I'm gonna put the Augusta on here. Now to accomplish this, you need a number of things, okay? You need gloves, you need safety glasses, you need headphones, you need a straight bar trimmer. This, by the way, is called a trimmer. Otherwise known as a weed whacker, it's a trimmer. Not a hedge trimmer, just a trimmer for trimming the edges of the grass. That's what this is for, okay? Straight bar. Finally, the last thing you need is no one else near you. Children, elderly people especially, and you're gonna wanna aim the way the cord is spinning away from things like cars, headlights, stuff like that, okay? We're out of string, but that's okay. I get to show you something else. Remember the old days taking apart your weed whacker and like winding up the string and it would like fly all over the place? You don't have to do that anymore because at Home Depot or Lowe's, you can get one of these. This is called a speed feed spool. And it's very simple. You just take the string and you feed it through it. I'm gonna show you. I've tried to find the hole by looking at the sunlight. Just turn it towards the sky, and you can usually find the hole pretty easy. There it is. Okay. So once you find it, you take this string and you put it through the hole. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. I know you got a tough angle right now, but I'll show you, don't worry. You put it straight through like that, okay? And here's how I do it. So the string, as you can see, is straight through the speed feed spool, okay? Now, hold the trimmer with your legs, take both sides of the string, both sides, and just let the trimmer kind of rock down to the ground. And I'll show you why. This is what we're looking for. You let the string slide through your fingers, see that? So that you have 2 even pieces, right? Then you just pull it back up to you, right? Watch this. Watch this. This is crazy. Done. Now, you're probably saying, how did you know how long it was going to be? If you're 6 feet tall, when you pull the string out of the pack, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, cut. That goes in that. This is awesome. This guy's trimming the trees with this huge machine. Look, it just eats the trees. Oh my God, I gotta get one of those. That is awesome. Look at that. Oh yeah. Wow. That is so cool. That's the thing they use up on the highway to go over the guardrail. God, I can't imagine the blades in that thing. It's ridiculous. All right, so there's the Augusta Edge. See how sharp and clean it is? Isn't that awesome? Like a golf course, right? Look at that. So now, the only thing left to do is add the mulch. But now, when Justin comes around the corner, look at this. There you go. You know what? I don't like this. I'm gonna fix that. That's why you gotta look at things from all angles. I was trimming it from here. Look, it looks good from here. It looks good from here, but when I come up to Justin's perspective, look, that doesn't look nice. I gotta clean that up. All right, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I'm in the mulch laying process now. And when you lay mulch, here's a rule of thumb to follow. When you're weeding, you weed from the outside into the flower bed. That way you don't drag dirt over the weeds you need to pull and hide them. Okay, so you start on the edge of the weeds where they end, and you weed into the garden bed, pulling them out. So you can always see what you have to pull, okay? When you mulch, when you get to the mulching process, after you cut your edge, and smooth the surface, when you get to the mulching process, it's the opposite. You mulch from the inside out so you don't walk on the mulch. And this is what it looks like. So these are piles of mulch that I've put in between the plants. And I'm gonna show you how easy this is, right? So you just push it out. Okay, you want it to be 2 inches deep. So that pile was about 4 inches. So now it's 2 inches, and that's it. It's that simple. You want it to be smooth. And it's okay if it spills over the edge, because we're gonna clean it up at the end. Then I'll show you how to do that too. I brought extra mulch in the shovel because I knew that wasn't going to be enough. And yeah, so I started at that tree and I worked my way out, right? That's why it looks so nice. Okay.